welcome back. Hello, if you are new here, my name's Taylor, but feel free to call me T for short. And today we're having a chit chat on why everybody is combing out their locks. Is locks just a trending thing that's kind of like fading out now? Do locks make you less attractive? Are locks masculine? And how exactly does one get through the ugly stage? So if you are interested in any of those topics, do continue watching this video. First of all, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe and the post notifications button. That way when I post content, you're always aware of it. So today, as you know, we're getting into these topics. Everything's gonna be timestamped. First off, why is everybody combing out their locks? Your favorite lock influencer combed out or even cut their locks. Hear me out. People have always gotten and combed their locks out. For all of this time, I think the only really big difference is that we have social media. And in this day and age, there's a lot of lock influencers that many of us may have watched and gotten inspired by. And you expected them to stay on that lock journey forever, but it's just that since we have social media, you can actually keep tabs on like your favorite influencer. So maybe you had, I don't know, 3 to 5 influencers, lock influencers that you followed, and maybe like 2 of them combed out their locks. That's just because they would have combed out their locks anyways. People do whatever they're called to do or want to do at the end of the day, but people have always went ahead and switched up their look. It just appears like everyone's doing it because it's documented now. That's just my take on it. Are locks a trend that's going out of style? So first part of the question, yes, I would consider locks to be a trend just because locks are becoming more and more common for people to have or even be starting. Locks have been around for a very, very, very long time, and all groups of people have had locks at some point or another, historically speaking. So it's definitely not a trend that's dying out. Again, I believe that this perspective kind of plays back into the whole social media thing where it seems like everybody's combing their locks out. But do remember, there are plenty of people who've been locked for like 8+ years that still have their locks. They're just not documenting it on social media. Now, do locks make you less attractive? To answer this question, just go on Pinterest and type in whether it be black men with locks, black women with locks, or just type in women with locks, men with locks, or even go on Instagram. There's a lot of lock pages. Go on the lock page. You don't even gotta follow them. Just go on the lock page and just scroll down. No, seriously, I will give you a couple seconds. Go ahead, do it. I'm waiting. All right, we back. But I feel like you actually looking at those images should answer your question. No, locks does not make you less attractive. One thing I will say is that locks can ward off certain kinds of people away from you. Yeah, there are just certain people that may not like locks, and that's their right. I don't think anything's wrong with that. People like what they like, but it just wards off that kind of person. Them being like pushed away or not wanting to talk to you just solely off of locks, off of hairstyle, off of something so physical. More than likely, since they don't like locks, they don't appreciate your natural hair, there's a lot of other qualities about you they more than likely weren't going to appreciate. I would say it just wards off people who are very surface level, in my opinion. One misconception that a lot of people have when it comes to locks is that they are masculine. Locks are not masculine, but they're also not feminine either. This is a unisex kind of hairstyle. The reason why I would say a lot of people think locks look masculine is just because there is not a lot of female representation in the media of women with locks. Off the top of my head, I can only think of Chloe and Hailey Bailey, who are representatives of, like, you know, black women with some beautiful locks, but I can't think of anybody else right now. And then there's plenty of male athletes that you'll see, they all have locks. It's just that when you see more images of more men with locks, you start associating that with locks being masculine when they are not. Now, I hear this so much, like women I talk to in like everyday real life who may ask me about my locks. Yeah, most of the black women I've spoken to who want locks but they're hesitant to get them is because they just don't want to experience what is known as the ugly stage. Now, it's a known thing. Hair is a sensitive topic, especially amongst Black women. It's a sensitive topic because due to many years of conditioning that our hair just isn't presentable unless something is being done to it, or it just looks in a certain way. That this is just the conditioning that society has given. So that beginning stage where you just have no control and the hair is going through the whole budding and the frizzing and all that, yeah, it can be very rough, and I do understand why a lot of women are hesitant to experience and go through that. Hair is a signifying thing for beauty. That's amongst all races of women, and that's why I feel like it is a concern that should most definitely be acknowledged and not just brushed to the side as, oh, some people are shallow and they're just vain and they can't handle this and that and the third. To cure the issue collectively as Black people, we would all universally have to decide that we would just put our features on a pedestal. It wouldn't be considered an ugly stage if we accepted and liked the way our hair just grew out of our heads naturally. So instead of us calling it the ugly stage, why not just call it a transitional period? The word ugly does not need to be put in any context in referring to yourself. Period. Your words and your thoughts hold so much power over your life and how you're going to show up. So referring to your temple, speaking that over your temple that you have been gifted is crazy. But one advice I could say if you are struggling, because I'm not gonna act like it's all glittering gold and easy in the first year, you know, I had my moments too. Everybody be having their moments. But one thing I promise you, you just gotta let them cook. That's how locks are. You gotta let them cook. For real, you just gotta be patient. It is a commitment. People want the immediate end result. They just want the long, luscious, like Rasta looking locks down their back, but it's like, you gotta wait for that. I mean, unless you're gonna pay for extensions, which more power to you if you're gonna go ahead and do that. I have no judgment on that actually. But the thing is, life in general is not instant gratification. Some of the best blessings that you receive in your life took a little bit of work and a little bit of time to go ahead and actually have and enjoy them, did they not? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up down below. And also, if you are interested in more of my content, I actually have a whole lock content playlist that'll be up in the right hand corner, or it'll be down there in the description for you to go ahead and check out if you want. But I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Do comment down below how you feel about any of the topics that I talked about, or if you have anything to add to it. And also, if you would like me to talk about and address other topics, that as well. That's the conclusion of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next video.